got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. All that and more coming up next.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a give up the middle, and he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
There we go.
From the gun, Smith has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, Smith to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Smith to the air now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Pressure comes, Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
On 3rd and goal, Smith. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown! The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
He breaks the tackle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
19, Tiger, 9,
Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. First down.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. Stays upright. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
That's another hit for Broncos.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. 19 times. Now 2nd and 6. Go.
From the 17. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Smith. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's the end of the first in this AF. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Hits his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Back now, pressure on its way. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Here's Smith. Brought in close to the 8.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Hey, here we go, hey. What's up?
1st down, and they go right back to him. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Denver first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Nix with it on 1st. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing on first down, Nix. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
That's another Denver Broncos.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Back to the well again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Back at the 11-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First and 10 now from the 30.
There we go, throw it. There we go, throw it.
Looking to throw, Smith. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but
Previous
the replay
play is
official
under
wants to
review.
take another look at this on their own. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens
After
so
reviewing the
fast.
play, the ruling on the field is
So upon
reversed.
further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Blitz coming for Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. He's going left on the option. Oh, the football's loose. And the Broncos corral it. No one around. He's got space. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points in the lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Smith on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Dump off caught by his back. Juke the defender. Keeps himself upright. inside the red zone. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Carlson now to add one more. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff
Personal
on the
foul.
roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, that right there is going to draw some significant ire from his coach. Close game, and he makes a critical mistake committing that personal foul.
Yeah, you're already fighting to erase the deficit. You cannot afford to give that offense gifts like that.
The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Fits it through the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's Mayer. He's got it. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. This return makes it up to the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Let's go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The give here on 2nd. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Cougar 19. 60 back, Cat. 60 back. Ready.
To throw, here's Nix. That's caught for the first. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Bronco leading. Viking 18.
From the 47. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Trap 60. Here we go.
Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down.
Come 19.
From the red zone now. Caught by his back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Broncos first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. They give it to him again. Across midfield to the 45. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Broncos are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up second down.
Let's go.
A give now from the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Throwing here, Nix. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Ready?
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right.
Check go.
They give inside to Estime. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here he goes on the bootleg. He rolls to his right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with third and goal. Nix now to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
Fourth down and goal.
Here we go, shot.
Nix from the gun. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run here on first down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Handoff now out of the gun. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Broncos take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give left side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Plowing up the middle. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos holding on to a field goal lead. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Completed to Sutton. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Returnable from the 1. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Escapes the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Throwing now. Complete out to the right side. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket But then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses. So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one right down the middle, and they'll take the lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Mustang 19.
One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.